Did I say the sexiest androids? Oh, Eden Club. Makes sense. We are here, finally.
Oh, feels like somebody's playing with a drill inside my skull. You sure this is the place?
It's the address in the report.
Right. Okay. Let's get going.
He's still hungover, obviously. I'm glad that Connor was the one who was driving, though. Eden Club, we finally meet.
Sexiest androids in town. Now I know why you insisted on coming here.
Okay, look. Connor, I'm pretty sure, has no... what's the term? He's got no hankering. He's got no desire, I guess we could go with. He has no desire to come to a place like this. I'm pretty sure he could care less. He out of all the androids we've seen so far that are playable, he's the one who seems more like a machine compared to Marcus. But now, personally, I would want to come to this place because I am just curious. You know, I would like to learn. I would like to research, and the best way to research something is to go there in person and experiment, just to try it out and come to a conclusion, just for research purposes. Obviously, I don't think Connor would care to come to a place like this. It's strictly business for him. Hank, don't worry. We're here strictly on business. I promise I'm not going to surprise you with one of these dancers, which, male and female, they are inclusive. Whatever your heart's desire, you can get it at Eden Club. Hey, look, see? That is 100% north. I mean, not her person.
Connor,
oh.
The fuck are you doing?
Sorry.
Coming, Lieutenant.
Well, not that kind of coming. Yeah, that's North's model.
The investigation's ongoing.
Although, I gotta say that was a bit funny, because now that I think about it a little more, it's like, we're here obviously on an investigation. Like I mentioned, we're strictly here for business, not pleasure. And then you have Connor just staring down one of the robotic strippers up and down, you know. And from Hank's perspective, it would look a little weird, right? With Connor just checking out a woman. It's like, obviously, it's not the time for that. I was only doing it because it caught my eye that it was North's, right? North apostrophe S, North's model. So it's not North herself. We obviously know she's in Jericho, but clearly her model was designed to be a love bot. So I think I could see maybe why she's a little hesitant to talk about herself. Obviously, she wouldn't want to talk about it because she didn't have a choice in being a love bot. Like I've mentioned before, if that's the line of work you want to do, go for it, but it's your choice. North, she didn't exactly have that choice. None of these androids do. So I could see why once she awoken and became self-aware, it seems like, I don't know, that she's a bit disgusted with her past. Understandably so. But yeah, it just caught my eye. I swear I wasn't checking her out in that way. I was checking her out, but because it's like, oh, I'm comparing this model to the North model, and we know they're identical. That's all I wanted to do, was just confirm their similarities.
Sir, I can't tell you anything. Hey, Hank.
Hey, Ben, how's it going?
That room there. Oh, by the way, Gavin's in there too.
Gavin, the asshole?
Great. Dead body and an asshole.
Yeah.
That's what I needed.
Definitely him.
Lieutenant Anderson and his plastic pet. The fuck are you two doing here?
We've been assigned all cases involving androids.
Oh yeah? Well, you're wasting your time. There's some pervert who got more action than he could handle.
I'll have a look anyway, if you don't mind.
Come on, let's go. It's starting to stink of booze in here.
Fuck off.
Night, Lieutenant.
Except for him, he seems to always be nice. But really, he has to bring up the booze right now and then shove Connor. What a... Oh, I mean, I shouldn't say that. We got two things to interact with. The man who died in a love bed and an android to the side. To the side, though, not in the bed with him. Huh. Oh, are we gonna lick it?
Hey! Oh, Connor, you're so disgusting. I think I'm gonna puke again.
Hank, you know that's one of my functions. Selector critically damaged, biocomponent critically damaged.
Driver's license says Michael Graham. Some credit card, cash in the wallet. Picture of his wife and 2 daughters.
What? Are you serious?
Well, I wouldn't want to make that call.
That left a bad taste in my mouth. Okay, playing devil's advocate, I probably shouldn't. I really shouldn't. But at least he went to go see androids and not real people. Okay, real question. If you lived in this universe and you had a significant other, and then you found out that they were visiting the Eden Club on their, spare time without your knowledge, would you be, I mean, yeah, you would be mad, but more importantly, would you consider it cheating though? If it's with an android and not a human, is it still technically cheating? Because it's like the androids look like humans and behave like humans, but they're also not real. Well, I mean, obviously we know that some of them are becoming self-aware. That's the whole dilemma right now, is that some of these machines are being real, but a lot of them still function just like a machine and nothing more than a machine. It's not like every android has become sentient and self-aware. So if they weren't self-aware, would you consider that cheating? I don't know. I'm thinking about it now. If I had a girlfriend and I knew she was out renting, paying for the services of a robot out there, I don't know how I'd feel about it. If it was a male robot, I think I'd feel sad because I'd feel inadequate, right? That I am not enough to satisfy her. If it was a female robot, on the other hand, maybe not, because I could see that, oh, she's trying to experiment, but she doesn't want to go to a real person because that feels like cheating. So she decided to try out a female bot instead. So maybe I'd be okay if I found out if it was a female bot, but then I'd be like, hey, next time invite me over. But if it was a male bot, I wouldn't like it because then I'd feel inadequate. Like, what, am I not enough for you, So I don't know how I feel about this. But this guy had a wife and kid. That is different. If I had a girlfriend, it's one thing. If I had a wife and children, it's like, oh, okay, now that you crossed the line, I guess. Jeez. Cardiac arrest. No sign of cardiac event. Heart attack not cause of death. Look at those glazed eyes. 6'2", 192 pounds, about 6:24 p.m. of time of death. Severe bruising, signs of strangulation, cause of death, asphyxiation. Okay, so he was choked to death. when it showed that you could interact with the neck, I was gonna say, did he get bitten? Was this like a vampire bot? I don't know why that was my first thought. I think it's because I was recently reading about vampires and stuff. It was stuck in my mind. I was like, did he get sucked on? I mean, it's not what I meant. I mean, sucked on, but you know what I mean. Vampires, they suck on your neck. That's what I meant. I know we're at Eden Club and there's various different types of sucking. I meant like a vampire bite. That's what I meant. You know, I want to suck your blood. You know, that was a horrible vampire type of accent. I am sorry. I will never do that again. Victim was strangled. Okay, but this doesn't make sense because we see that the android is on the floor on the other side. So she was on top of him, strangling him, dies, and then somehow goes to the other side and dies. Unless she was already critically wounded when she was doing the strangulation, and so she died shortly after. You know, like she
He didn't die of a heart attack. He was strangled.
Yeah, I saw the bruising on the neck. Doesn't prove anything, though.
What do you mean?
Could've been rough play.
No.
We're missing something here.
Think you can read the android's memory? Maybe you can see what happened.
I can try.
Like, some people definitely like rough play, and some people have died because of it. But there's been plenty of cases where people have died, and the suspect, the killer, they claim it was rough play, but it's like, no, this wasn't rough play. This was like purposeful with intent to kill. And I can now see the bruising on the neck. That is not just rough play. That looked like the intent to kill. And considering she's bleeding from the
The only way
nose,
to access its memory is to reactivate it.
Think you can do it?
It's badly damaged. If I can, it'll only be for a minute, maybe less. I just hope it's long enough to learn something.
yeah, so clearly she's damaged. So it wasn't just rough play. Well, I guess some humans probably would be into that sadist kind of stuff, and so they take it out on robots. But Connor said we are going to have a minute or less to do this.
You were damaged and I reactivated you. Everything is all right.
Is he dead?
Tell me what happened.
He started hitting me. Again and again.
Did you kill him?
No. No, it wasn't me.
Were you alone in the room? Was there anyone else with you?
He wanted us to play with 2 girls. That's what he said. There was 2 of us.
What model was the other android? Did it look like you?
Not enough time.
So there was another android. This happened over an hour ago. It's probably long gone.
No. It couldn't go outside dressed like that unnoticed. It might still be here.
Think you could find a deviant among all the other androids in this place?
Deviants aren't easily detected.
Oh, shit. It's gotta be...
You see, I was right on the money about that. I mean, we already got the answer from Zlatko, and he's like, oh yeah, you know, the whole tracking thing is all BS that I made up. It's like, once you become a deviant, that tracker, it stops working. It's why it makes it so hard to find you guys. It's like, yeah. And one of the reasons why I thought that tracking thing was BS was the fact that Connor over here was designed to hunt down deviants, but he cannot detect them. You would assume that CyberLife would have included some sort of function like that where he could detect deviants. Like, you would think he would have some sort of thing like that, but he doesn't. He can't detect them. He still needs to investigate. So it's like, yeah, fuck you, Zlatko. That guy is still on my mind.
Some other way. Maybe an eyewitness, somebody who saw it leaving the room. I'm gonna go ask the manager a few questions about what he saw. You let me know if you think of anything.
Search for Android eyewitness. Connor is very smart, though.
No, I mean, he came in maybe 2-3 times. I mean, these guys, they don't really talk very much, you know? They come in, do their business, and then go on their way.
You ever had any trouble with androids before?
No way. No. Once. We lost a model 2-3 months back. Same model. Just vanished. We never found out what happened.
North? Or...
Probably don't have any CCTV in here,
No way. Well,
discretion?
this is what people appreciate about Eden Club.
Privacy?
Discretion.
Yeah.
You can come and go without a trace.
huh? Sure. Yeah, business is booming, right?
Yeah. Can't complain. The good thing about androids is they're up for whatever you want. You won't get any diseases, and they won't tell anyone. So why not go wild?
Yeah, the more I learn about people, the more I love my dog.
Okay, look, I am not one to kink shame people. I don't understand why people have kinks. I don't know if I guess if I think about it, maybe I'll have some kinks. They're very tame in comparison, because there are some very devious kinks out there. Or so I've heard. I've never been on that type of, that side of the internet. I personally wouldn't know. But yeah, there are some devious kinks out there where... like whips, chains, stuff like that is involved, and a bit of pain. Like that's already kind of, you know, going over the line of what is tame and what is not. And then obviously with these androids, they don't say no. I don't think they feel pain. I would hope they don't feel pain. So, you know, some people with some very devious kinks would definitely come to an establishment like this to fulfill those fantasies. And that's where I'm already kind of like, I don't know if that's a good thing or not, because I mean, if they have some very, let's say, violent kinks, then better with a robot than with an actual human. But now that we know that these robots are starting to get sentience, it's also messed up that they have to do this kind of stuff. It just feels weird, you know, especially because, like, I guess if they didn't look human, if they looked more doll-like, it feels like it would be better. But because they look incredibly so much like a human, it feels like, you know, you're doing it to an actual human, and I don't know, it just feels kind of weird at times, doesn't it?
No fingerprint detected. Please try again.
That club manager's a pain in the ass. Chewed my ear off for half an hour so we don't revoke his license. So what happened here?
Not sure yet. We think there was another android in the room.
Another android?
Yeah. Well, that's what Connor says.
Excuse me, Lieutenant.
Oh, whoops.
You come here a second?
Found something?
Maybe. Can you rent this, Tracy?
For fuck's sake, Connor, we got better things to do.
No, that's not what I
Please,
meant.
Just trust me.
I think this would go better if you actually tell him why, Connor. He thinks we're about to have a menage a trois here.
A 30-minute session costs $29.99. Please give
Connor.
It's not gonna look good on my expense account.
Just tell him what we're planning on doing. Even I want to know why. Because now it kind of feels like maybe we are going to Eiffel Tower this. If you know, you know.
Delighted to meet you. Follow me. I'll take you to your room.
Okay, now what?
Connor? Playback enabled. Oh, we're looking at this through her eyes. A blue-haired Tracy headed towards the entrance. Is that what they call the models in this place? Tracy? Somebody was checking this Tracy out then. And then this is our suspect. Yeah, I think that's all we need to do, right?
It saw something.
What are you talking about? Saw what?
The deviant leave the room. A blue-haired Tracy. Club policy is to wipe the android's memory every 2 hours. We only have a few minutes if we want to find another witness.
Well, I was gonna say it moved to the right, so it has to go somewhere over here.
Let's try this one.
I heard Hank talking in the background. Oh, she's moving a lot though. I don't know if she's gonna have a clear view. Oh, she did. Nice. It turned back to the club. Okay, so it went the other way around.
It saw the blue-haired Tracy. I know which way it went.
Then go for it.
I am! Okay, so can we scan any Tracy in here?
There are androids everywhere. How are you gonna tell which one saw the Tracy with blue hair?
I just gotta
I
make
know
the
which
best
direction
guess.
it took. I just need to find another android on its path.
Maybe this one. Thanks, Hank, for purchasing another unit for me, even though we're not actually gonna be using. Yep, right there. Yeah, just gotta have to get your best educated guess as to which Tracy had the best vantage point. Maybe one of these on the left. Hank, another purchase, please. Oh, right there. Perfect. It went in here, right? I'm already forgetting. Yes, okay. Oh boy, there's a pillar in the middle. This is gonna be tricky. Okay, so there is an exit to the right, but I think there's one in front of us as well. Yes, there's one in front of us and one to the right. Let's go for this one right here, because he would have a view for either entrances, right? Thank you, Hank. That's never gonna stop being funny that he's purchasing a lot of these Tracys. Oh, don't look down! Ah, suspect out of sight. Check for another android, okay.
Nothing. Blue-haired Tracy didn't come this way.
Oh, he was with a client.
No. I lost its track again.
I'm sorry, Hank. We could come back when we're not in the investigation. I'll promise we'll have fun together. I'm sure Connor wouldn't say no. He's programmed to be whatever you want him to do for you, right? Hid in a room. This one? It left the room. Okay. So now what? Janitor, do you know what happened? He was probably somewhere else. Mopping, mop. Somebody was walking. Yeah, okay. We're on the trail again. My frame rate is dropping though.
I know where it went. Follow me.
Oh, fucking A. This is crazy.
This one, right?
Wait. I'll take it from here.
Got it. Yeah, he's the one with the gun. Search the warehouse.
Shit! We're too late.
Are you sure? There's blue blood. Oh, there's blue blood on the ground. I didn't even notice that. Was that there the whole time? We could have just followed the blood, right? Oh, I'm so glad Hank didn't see this. We can follow the blood, but there's stuff to inspect as well. Can I just check out the stuff real quick? Okay. Magazine, you know what we're gonna do. The first mortals are among us, and I'm guessing that is the robots? Okay, let me just...
Christ, look at them. They get used till they break, and then they get tossed out.
Yeah, it's tragic, isn't it? Moral dilemma, because they're machines, but it's still kind of messed up when you think about it. But then, at the same time, would you feel bad when an appliance of yours, like a dishwasher, breaks and then you toss it away? RA9. You know, the only difference is instead of a dishwasher or a refrigerator, Hank, that was weird. It looked like he was just towering over me. I can't move. Hank, you're in my way. Hank. Anyways, as I was gonna say, the only difference is these machines have the appearance of a human. That's the problem. Oh, there was something to interact with. Yeah, don't want to leave just yet because we're trying to follow the blood. I'm just trying to see if I can interact with stuff before I follow the trail.
People are fucking insane. They don't want relationships anymore. Everybody just gets an android. They cook what you want. They screw when you want. You don't have to worry about how they feel. Next thing you know, we're gonna be extinct because everybody would rather buy a piece of plastic than to love another human being.
He's gonna say beats me. He is not wrong. I think I touched on this. Was it the last episode or two about plastic love, where it's like people, especially in this universe, it seems, are starting to become so detached from reality with all this technology. A lot of them are losing like social skills. And in the real world, there's a lot of introvertness that has happened. There's a lot of people who are lacking social skills, especially since 2020, and people were forced to stay indoors. And then once you've gone for a prolonged period without talking to anyone, it's like any social skills that you did have, which were already minimal, are already gone. Now, there are some people who are incredibly extroverted and they love talking to people. There are some people who social battery recharges when they're talking to others. So they were fine. You know, for them, it was agony staying indoors. But for others who are introverted like myself, who are homebodies, we love staying indoors. But now what this means is we have a hard time talking to others. And so how do you bypass all that? Just go and get a robot boyfriend or robot girlfriend. Get yourself a robot lover. You don't have to talk to them. You don't have to cuddle with them after you guys, get intimate, as Eden Club likes to say. You don't need to talk about your feelings afterwards. So why don't you just get a robot? They also do whatever you want them to do. They can cook for you, they can clean for you, they can make love with you. They can even be your actual partner because they have a setting for that. So why go through the hassle of going with another human being who has their own wants, their own desires, their own personality, their own views in the world, which could clash with yours? You know, people are different. Not even someone who is compatible with you is never going to be 100% compatible. There's going to be like that one topic that comes in discussion that you guys don't agree with, and it might get ugly when you guys have your first fight. You know who will never fight you? A robot, because they will say yes to everything you want them to say yes. So I can see the appeal for that. I even said that even I would date an android if they were real. But yeah, when it's not just one or two people who are doing it, and it's like maybe half the population on Earth who's doing it, birth rates are going to decline, and the human race will go extinct eventually. I'm sure there's going to be some people who are going to stay with a human, go that traditional route, but yeah, I can see why Hank is so mad about all of this. He's old, you know, so to him, this is unnatural, and it's unfathomable that this is a thing, you know.
It's me.
Dude can barely reset like the settings on his phone, he said, which is weird because you would think that he would know this stuff, considering the year he was born. Wasn't it like in the 1980s? So he had to have grown up with the internet. Okay, let's just follow the trail now. Hey, look, there's another North model. Blue hair! Oh, wait, what? Oh, frame rates are dropping. Frame rates are dropping.
Don't move!
What is going on? There are two of them. Hank, we need to help him, but we need to do something as well about this one who knows how to fight, apparently. Oh, I didn't think we were gonna throw an android at her. I thought we were gonna throw the hook. They're holding hands.
Quick! They're getting away!
When that man broke the other Tracy, I knew I was next. I was so scared. I begged him to stop, but he wouldn't. And so I put my hands around his throat, and I squeezed until he stopped moving. I didn't mean to kill him. I just wanted to stay alive. Get back to the one I love. I wanted her to hold me in her arms again. make me forget about the humans, their smell of sweat, and their dirty words. Come on. Let's go.
It's probably better this way.
Really? Well, we saw Connor's LED turn yellow. I'm surprised Hank was okay with letting them go. Deviants escaped. The Eden Club. I was worried for a moment because my frame rate dropped. And I thought it was going to be like that the whole time. And I was like, wait, there's QTEs right now. No! But thankfully, it didn't last. Investigate victim, investigate android, 99%. So 1% of people who enter this mission just stop playing, I'm guessing. It's not 100% because you have to do both of these things to advance to the next stage. Or could you have just waited in that room for a prolonged period of time and then Hank says, you know what, let's just leave or something? Why does it say 99%? It's not 100. I'm guessing maybe the people who get to this point in the game enter it, but then they kind of stop playing and then I guess they just never return to complete it. A calm approach was 43% when talking to the android. Find an android witness, 99%. And if you don't, it goes down. And then I guess this is where it's like you just left Eden Club. Okay. So I was worried about that as well because when Hank was talking to the manager and then he started talking to his would it be his superior officer or whoever it was, when Hank was talking to both of them, I wanted to eavesdrop because I just like doing that, hearing NPCs talk and gather more information like that. Sometimes you get little tidbits of their personality that shine through these dialogues, so I kind of like listening to NPCs talk. But then it was in the back of my mind, I was like, usually the missions with Hank and Connor are timed. And plus somebody was kind enough to even confirm that yeah, it seems like these things are timed more than they're not, at least when it comes to Hank and Connor's side. So I was like, okay, I don't want to stand around idling for too long because then the mission is just going to be over. That almost happened to me when we were at that pigeon apartment where Hank was like, okay, let's just leave. And I was like, no, Hank, we're right there. I'm on the precipice of discovering this damn android. Just give me 2 more minutes. And thankfully, Hank stayed. But we almost, I guess you could say, failed the mission because we weren't going to discover the deviant. But thankfully, the game gave me the option to convince Hank to stay for a little while. So that's in the back of my mind. And so I was like, if I just stand around here twiddling my thumbs, or as Connor does it, messing with the coin, maybe I'm going to fail this. So I didn't want to stick around too long, but I can't help but like just take my time with any game in general. I like to immerse myself, and 2 NPCs talking to one another while I'm eavesdropping, that's a way for me to immerse myself. But I was like, okay, I need to talk to him. And then I interrupted their conversation because they weren't done talking. But maybe it was a good thing I didn't interrupt because we might have failed this mission. So 99% of people found an android witness. Ask Hank to help. I also couldn't stop laughing whenever we had to ask Hank to help because I kept thinking about the charges, how it's accumulating. It's not just one purchase he made, it's like several purchases. It's a good thing Hank, I guess, doesn't have someone in his life right now, like a wife or a girlfriend. At least I don't think so. It doesn't seem like he does. At least he wouldn't be living the way he is if he did, I think. But I'm glad he didn't have someone in his life, because if she saw the purchases he's been making at Eden Club, they were going to have a long discussion. I swear, babe, I swear it was just for the investigation. I promise it was nothing more than just for the investigation, okay? It was required that I purchase this Tracy to solve a murder, okay? Trust me, baby. Yeah, like she'll believe that. Pursue the deviant 92%. Enter the warehouse. Read First Immortal and what was the other one? New Superpowers. Okay, I need to remember that so I can find the articles. So we did almost everything inside that warehouse, all except for one. I was close though to finding it all. Oh, only 57% of the people found the RA9 symbol. Guessing because a lot of them just went for the blue blood. Investigate the blue-haired Tracy, which kind of jump scared me when I saw that a different Tracy just rapidly turned her head to look at us, and it caught me by surprise. We won the fight, though. 84% of people did. Oh, this one was a little more close to each other. 39 versus 44%. Shoot or spare. But the majority still chose spare. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a softie. If I can spare someone's life over killing them, I will. Like, unless there was like something very heinous that person did. Like, let's say the suspect I was following murdered a family of 4 in cold blood, and then I had a chance to either kill them or spare them. I'll probably go for the kill option. This one, though, as we're seeing, a lot of these deviants, if not all of them so far, it doesn't seem like they're maliciously attacking people. It seems like what is happening to them is self-defense for the most part. Like something tragic is happening to them. They're the ones being abused until they can't take it anymore and they snap. And so they fight back. We've seen that plenty of times. Like, I think I ended up cutting it. I'm almost positive I ended up cutting it. But in the episode where we were in the police station waiting for Hank and stuff, like how towards the end we got on the computer and we were reading files, I cut a lot of it out just because I was talking a lot and I wanted to cut a bit of time because it was just fluff, really. But we were going through the files of other androids. And it said, the ones that went missing and stuff, and some of them were wanted for what's the term? Is it aggression or aggravated assault, whatever it's called, because they fought back. But when you read like what happened in the encounter for the police report to be filed, a lot of it, like you can see why the android did it. It's like there was one that was talking about how it was a fast food worker or something like that until it snapped. And they didn't exactly say why it snapped. Obviously, they don't know the reason. But I theorized that it was probably because if you ever worked customer service, I have, it sucks. It sucks when you see how people treat other people because they look down on you because you're the 9-to-5 worker, okay? I'm the customer. I'm the money. I'm the person whose money you want, because it's what's keeping the business alive and what's keeping you employed. So you are here, I am here. And so they look down on 9-to-5 workers because they're the money bags. I'm the one you should cater every whim to because the customer is always right. And they can be jerks. Now, not every person is like that. Thankfully, there are some very kind and understanding customers out there. But holy crap, you get some Karens every now and then. And it is so terrible. And considering these are android workers, I wouldn't put it past them that they lay their hands on these android workers. They won't do it to a human, because for one, a human would fight back. Not always, but sometimes. Or at the very least, you get sued because you put your hands on a human. So they're going to be like, nah, you're not getting away with this. So they don't always like assault a human worker, but with an android's going to do whatever the hell you want them to do. And plus, I'm pretty sure they have the code of not harming humans, so they can get away with it. So I'm pretty sure a lot of angry Karens out there would assault a robot. And Karen, by the way, I feel is like a gender neutral term nowadays because it's not just about a woman, but it's male customers as well. You know, that it's anyone who acts like a jackass to people just trying to do their job. But yeah, I could see why that fast food worker robot turned, but that's how it seems though. It seems like they're not fighting back maliciously. It's like out of a necessity, and that's exactly what happened here. So it's tragic, and so in cases like this, I feel sparing them is the better option. Especially now that we know, thankfully, now we know exactly why she murdered the man. I guess it wasn't too difficult. Like if I had to think about it, it was probably going to be self-defense because of the fact that there are some devious kinks out there that involve pain. Because there are some sadists out there. And if they can't do this to a human, well, they'll do it to a robot because they can get away with it. So they go to Eden Club, they rent a couple of Tracy's, they fulfill their sick desire, which is attacking, inflicting pain because they find it arousing for whatever reason. And they think nothing of it until they pick the wrong android because one of them became self-aware and fought back. And it's not their fault, the robots. They didn't ask for this lifestyle. It chose them. Now they're free to decide whatever they want to be. That rhymed. I don't do that all the time. Just every now and then I get a line that I think about how I should do it with the fine type of, okay, I'm trying to rap now and I can't. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, they can be whatever they want to be now. The problem is the way that their dress would make them easily detectable. So, hey, maybe they can find Jericho and get a new set of clothes to try and blend it. But that is pretty tragic. Did two androids that fell in love with each other. I don't blame her when she said she was sick of humans with their sweat and dirty words, especially if like the biggest interactions you've had with humans were at Eden Club, because you're not allowed to leave the premises. Like, yeah, imagine that's your sole interaction with humans was customers at Eden Club. You would definitely see them as disgusting beings. So I don't blame her for seeing humanity that way. But she doesn't want to wipe out humans. She just wants to live in peace with her loved one. So why not? You know, everyone deserves love. Anyways, this is where I'm going to end the episode. Oh yeah, I'm definitely going to read though. So you guys know if this is where you guys are heading out. I'll see you guys next time. If not, stick around. Alright, welcome back to those of you who stayed. I found the two articles, so let's get on with the first one. The first immortals are among us. The microscopic machines that could never... Why did I say never? I'm adding words that are not there. Maybe I do need my glasses. The microscopic machines that could make us live forever. Okay, when they said the first immortals are among us, I thought they were talking about machines because that would make sense. But no, they're talking about humans. Despite huge advances in medicine, many diseases continue to elude the best efforts of doctors and surgeons, but that may be about to change. CyberLife has developed a nano-android capable of entering a patient's body and programmed to combat cancer cells, boost the immune system, or reverse genetic disease. In a recent clinical trial, millions of these tiny machines were used to attack cancerous cells. Once the cancer was eradicated, the nanodroids were passed through the patient's urine. Would that be painful though? I've never had a kidney stone, but obviously everyone says how much that hurts when you're trying to pass it through. Nanomachines though, they would be incredibly tiny, so I would feel like you probably wouldn't even notice that they were there. They would safely just pass by. That would be an incredible technology. In the words of Derek Ross, head of the National Life Extension Institute, the first immortals are now among us. Eradicating cancer, brain disease, and organ failure is going to unleash unprecedented levels of life expectancy. But famous economist and author Yuri Makish is warning of an unintended consequence. We already have an aging population, with a dwindling number of young people supporting a burdensome older class. With unemployment rising, can we really afford millions more elders to support? Okay, when they said the first mortals are among us, I thought they were also going to talk about like eternal youth. I didn't think that the body was still going to be aging, but then why would you want immortality if you still age normally? Because this thing is only the nanomachines. They're only attacking like diseases and stuff like that. You know, stuff that could kill us, but you still have aging involved. What did you look like? What's that creature? Was it the Crypt from like Tales from the Crypt? But yeah, you have that weird looking crypt thingy. Like, I'll have an image of it here in case you don't know what I'm talking about. Like, you're going to look decrepit because you're still going to be aging. You're not going to be dying of heart disease or liver failure or any other disease that might arise. But why, if you're still going to be aging old? Like, if it was eternal youth, that'd be different. Like that one movie with Justin Timberlake, and I forgot who else was in there. I don't think it was Olivia Wilde. But it was a movie where everyone was like permanently 25 years old, which then brought up other weird scenarios, like you and your spouse looking the same age as your child. Anyways, the point is, everyone in that movie, I think, is stuck at 25 years old. They're living on borrowed time, though, but that's besides the point. But yeah, everyone is like 25 years old. So if it was that type of scenario, yeah, I would want to live. I don't know, forever, but if you gave me like a 10,000 year lifespan, hell yeah, as long as I looked 25. If I'm still aging naturally, I'm going to look like a decrepified mummy at 10,000 years old on my deathbed. That is, I don't know. I don't think I'd love to live that way. Because who is going to love me? At least if I look 25 years old, there's still time to find a relationship. You know, somebody to grow old with me. But if I was aging normally, but not unable to die, that seems like torment, you know? But maybe they're going to solve the issue of eternal youth eventually. So let's go check out the next article, which is down here somewhere. I think it's this one. Yeah. The new superpowers. When I read that title, I thought they were talking about actual superpowers. I was like, wait, do we have the first meta-humans in this universe? I'm so stupid. No, they're talking about world superpowers, aka countries that are on top of the food chain. And apparently we have some new ones. New economies sign unified trade agreements. Okay, I think I read the subtitle China earthquake kills 10,000 people. I don't know, but the one that actually made me laugh, it wasn't that one, that subtitle. It was the one at the bottom that says bonus culture, why bankers pay themselves so much. We all know the reason. Why do CEOs pay themselves so much? Why is it when a product makes a good amount of money, all of a sudden staff gets cut, but coincidentally the CEO's bonus just went up by like a couple $1 million? Like, you know, why do they pay themselves so much? Like everyone, greed. Greed is the answer. Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, once termed the BRICS, emerging markets, have just agreed a unified trade agreement that will reduce tariffs and boost commerce between different nations. I wish our current administration could, you know, reduce tariffs because they don't work. China is said to have brokered the deal. Zhideng, China's international trade minister, described the agreement as long overdue and another example of how the so-called emerging economies have well and truly emerged. The deal is set to cover a wide range of goods and exchanges from automobiles to foods and currency, with special provision made for the manufacture of Android-related technology. This has prompted speculation that Russia and China may start to cooperate in an attempt to break CyberLife's lead in that sector. When asked, Shi Dang was evasive on the issue. There are many opportunities for treaty members to work more closely together. Watch this space. I don't know much about the economy. I obviously know tariffs don't work the way certain people think that they work. It's not the other countries that are going to be paying for it. It's going to be the consumers. Because obviously, companies are not going to be eating the cost of tariffs, which is the intent. They, like the administration that we have right now, wants the other countries to pay more for these purchases, and supposedly that money is going to go back into the US economy. But like I said, it doesn't work that way, because even if a company can eat the cost of a tariff, they're not going to. Why would they? They want to make as much money, because companies do not care. They're not in it to make a profit. They're in it to make all the profit. Because it's like, if a company is making $100 million in profit per year, but the tariffs is going to cut that by half, let's say, so they're only making $50 million per year in profit, they're still making a ridiculous amount of money in profit, but they don't want that. They want to make 100 million. In fact, they want to go more than 100 million. Why stop at 100 million when you can get $500 million in profit? Why stop there? Why not make your company rich enough to be $1 billion company? Why stop there? Let's go for the $1 trillion mark, baby. Like, these companies want all the money, obviously. So they pass those tariffs onto the consumer. So the consumer pays more for these products, so that the companies that have these tariffs imposed on them, they get the money back, because the customer who's buying their products is paying more for these products now. So things got more expensive. You know, it's so stupid. I feel like a middle schooler kid can understand this. But anyways, that's besides the point, because they're not just talking about tariffs. They're talking about a unified market over here that does not have the US involved in it, because I'm pretty sure all these countries were like, screw that, we're tired of this. We want to be the new dominant superpowers when it comes to the economy. China is already there, isn't there? I don't know if they surpassed the US already, or if they're still in second place technically, but I know that they're there. Now with a trade agreement with all these other countries, yeah, I could see them all benefiting this, especially because I guess in this universe, CyberLife is one of the top dogs in this place. So they don't want to make CyberLife richer than they already are. They're going to want to make their own competing robots, because that is a thing that I don't know if we already discussed, if like they read it in an article, or if I read it in an article or not, but CyberLife, I guess, is a US-based company, and they manufacture androids. These are the same androids we're seeing all over the US. But are they the only company that's manufacturing androids? They're talking here. It said, because they said that they're what was it? The line, it said something about special provisions made for the manufacture of Android-related technology. So they didn't say the manufacturer of androids. It says Android-related technology, which I guess could be a various amount of things, because they wanted to break CyberLife's lead in that sector. But is CyberLife like the monopoly on androids, or do these countries have their own? Is that what they're doing here, that they're hoping that they can ramp up their own manufacturer to compete on CyberLife's front? Because we know they talked about using, was it drones for war? I don't even remember. I probably should go and reread all these articles. But yeah, anyways, this is where I'm going to end the episode. Anyways, because I don't know much about the economy. I'm a kind of dumb, but I feel like others are a little worse in that department, and it's a shame because they run the country. Anyways, I'm going to end the episode here. So if you guys are enjoying this, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, stay tuned for more. Did I just say it like that? I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.